Welcome to the 15th episode of PluginIndia Show. I'm Amit.
And I'm Rafe.
Rafe, as we all know, that this and all the episodes of PluginIndia Show have not been brought to you by any sponsors, but by you guys, our Patreon members, our YouTube channel members, and because of your support, we are able to give you EV analysis and news, which is absolutely neutral.
So if you are a YouTube channel member or a Patreon supporter, you get access to our Discord server. Now this enables you to directly interact with the Plugin India team as the show happens or as events happen in the EV industry.
So Rafa, as we all know that Elon Musk Tesla is looking to come to India by 2021 and set up their factory here. But this also got confirmed to us by the Tesla India Club, because they tweeted Elon Musk and he replied saying that yes, he would like to come to India. And there is a little stir between the state governments because they all want to make sure that they get Tesla into their backyard.
That's right, Amit. There is a big battle going on, and every state wants to woo Tesla to come to their state.
Yep.
We know that officials from Karnataka have had a conversation with Elon Musk, and also ministers from Maharashtra have had a conversation with Elon Musk. And let's see which of them gets the factory.
Yeah, the giga battle to get Tesla to India is on. So moving on to our EV news, and the first news in the EV news section today is about multiple states, how they're trying to get Tesla to come to their state and set up their manufacturing plant. This is actually happening at a very crucial time because Tesla's looking to scale up their production factories from China, US and the Europe. So Tesla has already had preliminary talks with the Karnataka state for a research and innovation unit, and they have pitched Bengaluru as a location for their Gigafactory where Tesla can actually manufacture the cars and the batteries. Gaurav Gupta, the principal secretary of the Karnataka Commerce and Industries Department, said this: "We have offered Tesla all support to set up a research and development center as well as a manufacturing unit. Bengaluru has a favorable ecosystem for electric vehicles and Tesla can leverage on that." He also said, "It is going to be a long drawn process. We are at it and we will keep the sustained dialogue going. We have briefed them about how Bengaluru is home to promising EV startups and also competent makers and the advantages we offer." The Shiv Sena government also didn't waste any time, and the State Industries Minister Subhash Desai and the Environment Minister Aditya Thackeray had a video call with the senior management at Tesla. Aditya Thackeray also tweeted this: "This evening I had the opportunity to participate in a video call by Industries Minister Subhash Desai with the Tesla team, invited them to Maharashtra. I was present not because of just the investment, but my firm belief in electric mobility and sustainability."
Amit, I think the competition is really heating up.
Yeah.
And after looking at Karnataka and Maharashtra both jumping into the Tesla bandwagon, the other states are not going to sit idly by.
Yep.
So for those of you who are wondering why this is such a big deal and why our state governments are all clamoring to get Tesla on board, I'll tell you why. So when it comes to these large companies, state governments will generally offer them some tax breaks.
Right.
They will give them large parcels of land.
Okay.
And they will give them lots of money in terms of investment.
Right.
Now, they view these incentives as a down payment. And once these large companies actually come in and set up base, then there is a domino effect which takes place.
Right.
So a manufacturer essentially requires suppliers.
True.
Now, once the manufacturer has come and set up base, you will have maybe an entire industry will come and set up around that manufacturer and come and stay near these areas where they set up the plant. Suddenly you have many more jobs than what you initially started off for.
Yeah.
And an entire service industry will come up around these manufacturers to be able to cater to their needs.
Yes.
So the more businesses that come, the more the potential tax that the state can collect from all these small little businesses.
Yes.
So basically, at the end of the day, the benefits could far outweigh the incentives that have been given by the state to these big factories like Tesla, for instance. Right. So Tesla Gigafactory is a really big deal. And the benefits that the state government will get from setting up this factory can go on for decades and decades. So this is a really big deal. This is huge.
True. So Rafi, whichever state finally wins the deal with Tesla will need the revenue because, the state governments have been asking the central government for GST compensation. And this is all because of the pandemic. There is a huge cripple in the market. People have hit their revenues. So a brand like Tesla will actually make a huge difference because the revenues will go up, and not to mention also there will be a political mileage to these state parties.
But Amit, I think Tesla is going to really bargain hard, and these state governments better get ready for some really hard bargaining.
Yep.
You see, for example, the Nevada state government in the USA, where Tesla set up their initial Gigafactory, had over the next 20 years, Tesla could have been getting $1.3 billion in tax benefits for just building its Gigafactory in Nevada. Now, if Tesla meets its obligations, then they could go on for more than 10 years without paying property taxes, and they would also get huge tax benefits. Now, I wonder if any of our state governments are really ready for this kind of incentive.
I agree, Rafi, it won't be easy. So let's see what some of the global analysts like the Roth Capital's Ivan has to say. India will be as big as China and maybe even bigger, as there are no trade or geopolitical conflicts impacting the background. The demand picture has changed, and now with Giga 3 built out in China, Berlin and Austin, India is next. If Tesla wants to launch in India by 2021, it may have no option but to import its cars from China. And that's why Ivan says that a factory in India is a near certainty. And he says India could be having 2 factories very soon. One is in 2021 and the other one could be 2023.
So let's hope the analyst is right, Amit, because one good thing about Tesla coming to India would be that the entire perception about electric vehicles would change. You wouldn't believe it, but even in 2020 right now, there are many people who write into us and are very cynical about electric vehicles.
Totally, yeah.
And even though we have such excellent brands that like the Tata Nexon EV, the Hyundai Kona, the MG ZS EV, you won't believe that one guy wrote to us saying that people should buy oil-guzzling SUVs in India because after 8 years of EV usage, the batteries are going to conk off.
What? I mean, what kind of a question is that? One, they have no clue what EV batteries are all about, and they come to a conclusion and go online and start advising others. 2, no one even calculates, the amount of petrol that they are using and they're spending the money they spend on the petrol and the servicing of their cars. So here's the thing, you cynics, that with all the money you save by not using fuel, you can actually buy a brand new battery after 8 or 10 years and still save a lot of money.
Exactly, Amit. And Tesla is coming out with battery packs which have much longer range and they are going to last a lot longer.
Wow.
So like the million-mile battery pack.
Nice.
And Amit, I've been using an electric vehicle for the past 7 years.
Yeah.
And yes, the battery has degraded. We've lost a bit of range.
Agreed.
But it's still going strong.
Yeah.
So we haven't had to change the battery pack yet.
Perfect.
I think these petrol heads are going to have to toe the line sooner rather than later.
So all of you, where do you think Tesla will set up their Gigafactory? Well, Rafi, I think it could be Tamil Nadu because Tamil Nadu has a lot of car manufacturing setups there. So I feel Tamil Nadu.
So Amit, my vote is I want it to be in Maharashtra.
Okay.
But thinking practically, I think it will go somewhere to Gujarat where they have, near Ahmedabad, where they have Dholera Gift City coming up and infrastructure is new and the government is incentivizing a lot. But another wish that I have is something should come up in the northeast of India like Arunachal Pradesh or in one of those areas that will help pull up the infrastructure in that place.
True. So what do you have to say? Please let us know in the comments below. So moving on to the second news item, Niti Aayog has made a proposal for the central government that they would give out incentives up to $4.6 billion to manufacturing units who would set up advanced battery manufacturing in India. The main objective is to promote the use of EVs and reduce our dependency of foreign oil. The report said India could slash its oil import bills by as much as $40 billion by 2030 if electric vehicles were widely adopted. This proposal is likely to be reviewed by the Modi's cabinet very soon.
This policy could benefit makers of batteries such as South Korea's LG and Japan's Panasonic and even our very own Tata Chemicals.
Okay.
And if Tesla is coming in here to set up a gigafactory, they would be eligible for it too.
Perfect.
So I think the government is very clear in its objective. It wants us to eliminate these huge oil import bills. Atmanirbhar Bharat.
And electric vehicles are a huge part of making India self-reliant.
Exactly. And all in all, this proposal is really positive for India.
Yep.
So we've got information from our sources that Mr. Amitabh Kant was also working on this proposal.
Yep.
And I think this man is really passionate about EVs.
True.
Himself and his team are truly working for the benefit of India.
But we do know that there are a group of corporations which are not working for India.
I mean, there's these large auto OEMs like the Marutis, the TVS, the Hero, and other auto MNCs that it's 2020 and they're not yet offering electric vehicles.
Yeah, you guessed it right. I mean, their behavior is just like this, We don't care. We're selling pollution vehicles. Yay! We're going to pollute your cities. Yay! And Rafi, when it comes to electric vehicles, they're going like la 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 la.
You're right, Amit. That's absolutely exactly how these auto OEMs are behaving. And I think unless regulations are put into place, nothing is going to happen.
Yeah.
Each of these auto OEMs should be told to offer 2 or 3 electric vehicles in their portfolio. Otherwise, it's just going to be business as usual.
So, Rafi, if there are no regulations by 2030, I think in the 132nd episode of Plug in India Show, we will still be talking about ICE OEMs and the games they've been playing and not launching any electric vehicles.
Oh no, Amit, I really hope not. I think by 2025, things should start to improve. Basically, I feel that these large auto OEMs, they will have recovered the investment that they have made on transitioning to BS6.
Okay.
And at that point in time, they will go full throttle on promoting electric vehicles. Amit, I have confidence in our Indian pollution OEMs. I think they will stop being pro-Middle East and they will start being pro-India.
Let's hope so, guys. The proposal is in the hands of the government and I hope it gets materialized soon. And keep watching the space for more information on that. So let's look at our third news item, and somebody has spoken, and it is the big boss, Mr. Rajiv Bajaj. And we all have to listen. So let's go ahead and listen to what he has to say about the Chetak.
Speaking on the status of the Chetak. So in the first half of this year, we have made, I believe, about 600 vehicles and sold about 600 vehicles. As you're perhaps aware, the Chetak is, of course, all electric and currently available only in Pune and Bangalore. Of course, this low volume is primarily due to the lockdown that severely hampered production. In this month, that is in October, we are hoping to step up to about 300 plus vehicles, all of which will be sold again in Pune and Bangalore. And then we are hoping through the rest of this fiscal to increase rapidly from there. We are looking over the next 12 months or so to expand to 30 cities across the country and really ramp up volumes and get economies of scale. We are looking to kind of establish the first plant of Chetak and we are looking at 3 potential sites, Delhi, Bangalore and possibly somewhere around Hyderabad.
Wow, a sale of 600 Chetaks has already been done, Amit. That's amazing.
Nice.
And that's only Pune and Bengaluru. And we've heard that they've got bookings for 300 more Chetaks until October. So in the next 12 months, Chetak is going to be sold in 30 cities pan-India.
So he was also saying that there will be dedicated plant for Chetak in Bengaluru, Hyderabad or Delhi.
So currently the Chetaks are made in a Pune factory and they need to set up more factories if they want to scale up their operations.
Definitely.
He was also saying that he is not very happy with Maharashtra and with the current Shiv Sena government in Maharashtra and he wants to leave Maharashtra. At the same time, he also said that he was very happy with the Aam Aadmi Party of Delhi for their progressive EV policies.
So in the next 4 months, the new plant will be set up and until then, the Pune plant will continue to manufacture Chetaks.
So there you have it, guys. It seems Bajaj is serious about electric vehicles. Unlike TVS, who has launched the iQube only in Bengaluru and has announced absolutely no plans to launch throughout the rest of India.
I agree. Shame on TVS and well done, Bajaj. We are so happy, but we were critical earlier when there were a lot of anti-EV noises. But today, looking at what you are doing, your actions have actually spoken. And we really appreciate your pro-India initiative of boosting Chetak's pan-India. And those of you who are waiting for the Chetak in the next 6 to 8 months, are you excited? You can enjoy the quiet wine of the Bajaj Chetak.